While presenting an award for Martin Scorsese's Killers of the Flower Moon film at the Gotham Awards, legendary actor Robert De Niro appeared confused while reading his prepared speech and decided to take matters into his own hands once he figured out that the event had curiously cut out some lines from his speech. And here's how he responded.
History isn't history anymore. Truth is not truth. Even facts are being replaced by alternative facts and driven by conspiracy theories and ugliness. In Florida, young students are taught that slaves developed skills which could be applied for their personal benefit. Lying has become just another tool in the charlatan's arsenal. The former president lied to us more than 30,000 times during his years in office. And he's keeping up the pace in his current campaign of retribution. But with all his lies, he can't hide his soul. He attacks the weak, destroys the gifts of nature, and shows disrespect, for example, by using Pocahontas as a slur.
In case you don't remember what De Niro is referring to.
Although we have a representative in Congress who they say was here a long time ago. They call her Pocahontas. But you know what? I like you. Because you are special.
Trump calling Elizabeth Warren Pocahontas while in the presence of Native American veterans is the definition of cognitive dissonance and is completely unacceptable, regardless of how you feel about Warren claiming indigenous heritage. In no way does that excuse a racial trope like this. Now, more from De Niro.
So I'm going to say these things, but to Apple and thank them and all that, Gotham, blah, 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 Apple, but who... I don't feel like thanking them at all for what they did. How dare they do that, actually?
While we would have loved to see De Niro highlight some of the material injustices happening in our country, like the housing crisis, instead of pointing out how many lies Trump told while in office, at the end of the day, it's still important for someone with as much fame and notoriety as him to speak out like he did, particularly with this line about John Wayne.
The entertainment industry isn't immune to this festering disease. The Duke John Wayne famously said of Native Americans, "I don't feel we did wrong in taking this great country away from them. There were great numbers of people who needed new land, and the Indians were selfishly trying to keep it for themselves."
This is one of the lines that was reportedly cut from De Niro's original speech, and given the context of the award he is presenting and the story told by the film, it is simply baffling that someone decided to whitewash John Wayne's hatred of Native Americans when it has been well documented and public knowledge for decades at this point. Native American actress Lily Gladstone, a member of the Blackfeet Nation, appreciated De Niro for being honest about Hollywood's normalization of this attitude.
I want to acknowledge and thank Bob for everything he just said, which is very true, particularly about John Wayne.
De Niro has been speaking out against Trump for years now, making the move by the Gotham Awards staff, Apple, or whoever decided to censor De Niro's speech even more questionable and ridiculous.
I'm going to say one thing. Trump.
This guy should not be president, period.
And when you say that, folks on Fox come after you. I remember the Tonys when you got up there and cursed. A lot of criticism of you.
Fuck 'em.
Okay, well, you know, this is cable,
Sorry.
so it's not an FCC violation, but it is still a Sunday morning.
Well,
I do wonder why you choose to go that way.
Let me say something.
Why do you choose to go that way?
We are at a moment in our life, in this country, where this guy is like a gangster. He's come along and he's said things, done things we say over and over again. This is terrible. We're in a terrible situation. We're in a terrible situation, and this guy just keeps going on and on and on without being stopped.
De Niro said this back in September 2019, just going to show how little Trump and his strategy have changed since leaving the White House.